Batman has escaped Arkham and is being hunted by Bane. But who is Absolute Bane? This is his origin story. Alfred had known the truth before Bruce had embarked to Arkham. He'd known the man they were calling in, known the history of the one they called Bane. He was born on an island called Santa Prisca, which had known fighting for hundreds of years. He was born amidst a battle, and his father, the leader of the rebels, picked him up and carried onward. The boy was raised among the rebels, growing up in the jungles of Santa Prisca as the men and women fought to take back their country. His father would always look up to the sky, asking the boy if he saw the Quetzal, Santa Prisca's bird of freedom, but the boy never did. One day, the rebels took the capital, the boy fighting alongside them. They held it for 4 days, but the corrupt government called in mercenaries, fighters who were better trained and better armed than the rebels. The rebellion fell quickly. The survivors were sentenced to life imprisonment in Peña Duro, an infamous prison off the coast of Santa Prisca. The boy, now practically a man, was with them. The men were packed into a cell where the boy would scratch the days on the wall. By the day, the guards would beat them into submission. By night, the tides would rise and flood their cells. The boy learned to sleep while clinging to the ceiling of their cell. He learned to hunt and cook rats to survive, to pick the fleas from his skin every morning. But his father always spoke of the bird of freedom that flew high in the sky. The Quetzal will fly. We will not break. His father asked him at night, hanging from the cage, if he could see the bird flying free. The boy closed his eyes and saw his own bird, made of white fire, the skull of its back. Eventually, the rebels rose up. The boy, now a man, led them to overtake the prison, capturing the guards' weapons. They broke free and stormed the beach and secured the prison's boats. But there, they all stopped for a moment. None of them had seen the sky for 10 years. It is here that the boy's father gives his son a gift, a mask made from their flag, the bird of freedom stitched into it. When the boy pulls it on, it looks like a skull on his face. The rebels cross the bay, preparing themselves for the fight to overtake the capital. But they do not find soldiers on the beach. They merely find a man dressed in white, with a smile on his face. The boy orders his men to wait and steps forward to talk to the man. The father watches as whispered words are exchanged, an agreement made. The man in white smiles and finally pats the boy on the chest. He turns away and boards a helicopter, leaving them behind. The boy returns to his father and puts a hand on his shoulder. "Can you see it, father? Can you see your dream of peace?" The boy asks as he pulls his father into a hug. "I see it now. In you," the father whispers. The boy tightens his embrace sharply, and the father's spine snaps in half. This is where Bane's history truly begins. A long string of murders. A diplomat's plane explodes over Guangzhou, Bane pressing the detonator. A journalist is killed in Dubai. Bane slits his throat. Pirates are slaughtered in the Red Sea. Bane's knife plunges into their stomachs. A bombing in London. Bane watching from a distance. Each one shaping the world for the man in white, for the JK Corporation. The boy is transformed, warped by the venom that flows through his veins. The venom gives him total control over his own muscles, his very cells bending to his will. It enhances his mind, holding whole libraries of information. Every method of fighting, he knows. Every weapon, he knows. Every battle in history, he knows. He becomes the man known as Bane. This is the man that has come to Gotham. The man that has come for Bruce, for Batman. And Alfred knows exactly how it'll go. He tracks him through the city, finally arriving at his safe house. But Batman doesn't wait for him to break down the door. He comes through the wall, a battle cry on his lips. Hello again, Bane calls as venom begins to pump through his veins. Batman charges forward, but Bane whirls and kicks him hard, sending him flying backwards. Bane stomps forward, but he realizes that he is surrounded by cars. Too late. He realizes his mistake. Batman presses the button on the detonator, trapping the mercenary in a killbox explosion. But it isn't enough. Batman's eyes widen as Bane charges through the fire, slamming into him hard. Blows are traded back and forth, but Batman can't defeat the venom-powered soldier. He reaches for his axe and swings it, embedding the blade in Bane's shoulder. But even this isn't enough. Bane pulls the blade free and swings it, slicing Batman's arm off at the shoulder. Blood sprays in the air as Batman falls to the ground. Bane swings the blade again, and Batman's other arm is sliced off at the elbow. Batman falls to the ground, blood pooling beneath him. Bane stands over him, victorious, but he isn't done. He raises the axe, bringing it down again and again into Batman's face, crushing the bones and breaking him. Later, Batman is returned to Arkham. His armless and shattered body is thrown to the floor by Bane. Dr. Arkham waits for them, already wearing her surgical scrubs. "Prep him," she orders her assistants. And so the work begins. They strive to create something like Bane, to replicate his success, to make more soldiers for the Man in White. There have been others. One in Russia, known as the KG Beast. Another in the Middle East. And one that Alfred knows too well, codenamed Deathstroke. But most die from the procedure, or the venom in their veins kills them. But Bruce is strong. His body can take the surgery, and they make him what they want of him. Occasionally, Bane returns to Santa Prisca to visit his family, his wife and children. The island is now a paradise. War was stopped by the Man in White, and all it took was Bane's soul. This is what they want from Batman as well, to make him the hero that Gotham needs. After a successful surgery, the new Batman now stands ready to take back his city, to make it a paradise. The venom flowing through his veins, his body augmented by the drug and machines. He is armed with weapons to destroy his enemies. This is what they want. But for this to work, they can't break Batman. Batman must choose to break, like Bane did. Bane knows that he's still out there, unbroken, safe for now. But Bane isn't merely a physical powerhouse. He is a tactical genius. He knows how to make Batman choose to break. That is why he didn't go to Batman's safe house, but instead to theirs. He breaks through the door of a different building, Wayland's gym, where he finds Batman's friends, cowering in fear. Bane towers over them. He knows the real way to break Batman is by breaking them. And that was the complete story for Absolute Batman, issue 11 by Scott Snyder. Talk about a misdirection. This potential future for Batman is insane, and considering the success Bane has had so far in breaking him, I wonder how close to Bat-Bane or Bane Man he will actually get. But what did you think about today's story? Let me know in the comments below. And like and subscribe to help us in the YouTube algorithm, and to get notifications when new videos go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.